back.
You can't tell people you gotta poop. So yeah, welcome to DTT, motherfuckers.
That's a wrap! Who's introing this today?
We just introed it. What are you doing?
Daily transmission.
Why does he always ask who's introing it after we intro it?
Daily transmission tangents where we do burnouts inside.
Teague, do the thing with the intro. What is this?
So it's a Ask Us Anything Day.
AMA?
No, that would be AUA. It just doesn't sound as good, but
it's an AWA.
AWA.
Oh, did you see Zach's screensaver yet? Alright, back to it.
Cut to that later. There you go.
I'm not actually going to cut to his screensaver just so you guys can.
Yes, you are.
Really cut to the screensaver.
Cut to it!
For those of you who subscribe, there's like a little tab up at the top called Community where we asked you guys questions and you answer it. And like 3,000 of you answered this one. So the other day we asked Ask Us Anything and we'd answer some questions. So we pulled a couple. There's literally thousands of them here. You guys watch YouTube?
I don't watch YouTube.
I don't really watch YouTube.
I watch YouTube.
Sometimes.
No, I watch.
You watch a lot.
Yeah, I watch Roadkill. John watches Roadkill. I watch HERT Garage with our buddy Tony Angelo.
It's hard to watch YouTube when you make YouTube.
That is true.
It's so hard.
I watched a lot of Casey Neistat because you talked about him constantly, so I felt like I had to. It was like a homework assignment. But he's cool.
Yeah.
I'll dabble on some Caleb Quanback every now and
then.
Yeah,
Caleb stuff's good. You know who's actually a good channel and puts a lot of work into making videos, and I just feel like more people should be watching them? Andreas Backward.
Oh,
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, he does a bunch of rad stuff. He's Ken's teammate, and like he actually like puts out a ton of content.
You know who I watched that I sort of enjoyed, and you got me onto them, and then I just watched like a billion of their videos for no reason. Braille skateboards.
Yeah, Braille skateboards.
They do dumb shit, and it's kind of funny.
I'll be honest, I watched like 3.5 hours of Jimmy Kimmel's mean tweets the other night.
Those are good.
Bacon.
Pepperoni.
Both together. Next question.
Why do you pay us to get a bigger space?
Kickstarter to get a bigger space.
Are you saying our videos aren't good?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we want a bigger space, but we live in Los Angeles.
You didn't buy enough shirts.
Property's at a premium here in Long
Comment
Beach.
below if you want us to have a bigger lot, and if you comment below, then go ahead and buy a shirt while you're at it, and then we'll get a bigger lot.
But on top of that, I think we've done a pretty damn good job doing a lot of crazy crap
in a small parking lot. No, we don't. But we've had multiple people show up thinking we do.
No, but if you go on Yelp, yes, we do sell donuts, and all of the reviews are hilarious because it's our neighbors being really disappointed in us, or people stopping by and being disappointed we don't sell donuts.
Yeah, go check out our Yelp page and give us a good review or a funny review. But
5 stars.
Actually, give us
all 5 stars. Doesn't matter what you say. Just
Yeah.
give us 5 stars.
It's a school and it's across the street.
It's actually Edison Elementary, and it's like, I don't know, kindergarten through like 5th grade or something. And before we had the fence outside, we would go out there and do donuts and everything, and the kids were so stoked. Quickly realized that all they were doing was cheering for us to crash because we were out there in crazy carts and they didn't care about anything until HERT and I would start crashing. So we would go out there and just crash just for the fun of it.
One time I was unloading my car and the kid asked me, He's like, hey, is that car from Fast and the Furious? Because I made him repeat it because it was so sick. Somebody thought my car was from Fast and Furious. You know, I don't have a real answer to that.
Was it like how people don't name their babies until they look it in the eyes?
Well, no, it's kind of like one of those things where I had the car, I drove it a bunch, and then I moved to California. I just was about to turbo it, and a name kind of came to me because Brian taught me that if you're a social media dude, your car has to have a name or a hashtag.
Fact.
So I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, well, most people's hashtags are dorky as fuck. So, and I like the name Stallion, and twerking was hot in 2013. I don't know if you know this or not. Twerking was all the business in 2013. So one day I was just looking at my car. It's got a fat old booty. I mean, you can look at it right there in that picture. That's like the personification of TWERKSTALLION, right? I haven't had a car to play circle jerks.
No. It's because they're roommates.
Well, that too.
And could you imagine having to go home
It's like, no, it's not even like.
and know that you lost to one another?
It's just like when you train in the same camp. Will and I worked with Will a lot outside on those donuts before cameras took over this place, before containers took over this place. Will and I have a lot of history in there, so it's like battling yourself. We both don't need to be a champion. If somebody knocks Will off, I will knock that person off.
Well, we had an idea. We should have the internal circle jerk champ, and then
This leads into
Cut to the footage of me
question.
trying to make that happen. I don't know if anyone remembers.
I remember we were gonna do it, and then we never
Yeah,
did.
nobody wanted.
Don't nobody.
Nobody
me.
wanted it.
Don't nobody me.
Everyone was scared. It's not
Don't
my,
nobody me.
It's not my problem.
Let's
You were
go
scared
right now.
So let's talk about circle jerks real quick because everybody's asking when circle jerks is coming back. Think about how many people we haven't done circle jerks in. I don't know, like 60 episodes,
Can we be
70
honest with
episodes.
that? Tell us because you won't let us.
Me?
Yeah, you won't
It
let
is
us
your
circle
fault.
jerk anymore.
It's because we need to clarify circle jerks. They got so out of control.
It's a game where you do donuts and hit down cones.
I know, but then
it's
there was
really
all these
simple when you
additional
think about
rules.
it.
That
And
you
like-
made.
Because like
There should always be a foot camera.
This is how it happens, guys.
We need judges, playback station.
we should have different classes. Like there needs to be like a drift car class. Like and then you got a street car class.
All right, guys. Next week we're doing circle jerks.
I'm not here next week.
2 weeks from now, doing there.
I'm not here 2 weeks from now.
All right, November something. Excado.
No,
Get a reply
no,
back 7
no,
hours later.
No,
Phone number
actually,
917.
I think in November, maybe December, we're gonna do a job fair. There's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 positions that we need to fill. But if we sit here and we tell you that those positions exist and we tell you to email something, but then we tell you that you have to live in Los Angeles, 95% of you are gonna email us and say, well, I don't live in Los Angeles, but. So instead, we're actually gonna make you come here to the donut garage. So if you can get here, you can prove that you can show up to work. And then we're gonna do like a interview style like gauntlet thing.
You're too old, fat man. Your tits are too big. The fuck off my porch.
Anyway, if you really want a job here, pay attention. We're gonna do a job fair in like November, December, and you're gonna have to be here in Long Beach on the day. We're gonna make you do push-ups. If you've seen Fight Club, it's gonna be a little bit like that.
Wow, that's a lot to process.
I'm gonna go with myself. There's a lot of burnouts that haven't been seen on camera.
See, you're a dick. I was gonna
Wow.
say you, and then you could have just got
Which
your...
one do you think was his?
What?
Gnarliest burnout?
Well, like, I just feel like when we first started here, well, when I first started here, we had like, before we had all these walls and stuff, it would just be like noon. We would just go out and stand around and look at Hert's car, and he would just fire it up and rip a burnout.
Venison means do.
When he says fire it up and rip a burnout,
No,
he means
in that
full
time
throttle,
frame. In that
fire it
time
up. Like, just wide open throttle, start the car.
You guys don't have a junkyard motor that you treat like shit in your car?
You don't need oil.
You're doing it
in
wrong.
the lifters. You're good.
So Hert used to throw down some sick burnies just like midday, so that was fun. But like, other than Hert, I think...
Oh, that Pinto one. It's never, ever, ever been this bad in ever.
Well, remember we did classifications for like tiny tires and stuff.
Right, it is small tires.
So
There's been a lot of crazy burnouts. I don't even know if you could say who did the craziest one.
yeah, there's been a lot of crazy shit here. So
There's been numerous times where we couldn't
How
go
about
back
this?
in the building.
How about this? Instead of answering that question, we just go to a burnout montage and you decide.
Mine was a 1996 Volkswagen GTI 2.0. It was pretty dope. I had it for like 2 years maybe, and then I traded it for a Mark IV. Which was a pretty good come up.
Was a 1994 Honda Accord EX with VTEC.
Man, he had VTEC?
Had it for like
That
6
early?
months.
He was reckless right off the bat with
Yeah,
VTECs.
it was sick. It was sick. It had VTEC, and I met
How
a
did
bunch
pop?
of.
What RPM did it pop
I met a
at?
bunch of. I'm not positive, but I met a bunch of dudes who were into Hondas, and they taught me how to be a ricer. So we went to Home Depot. I got like.
Can you teach us all how to be a ricer?
Yeah, it's easy, man. You go to Home Depot, and then you go get ducting for your for the dryer, and you can turn that into a cold air intake. It moves like a snake. You can make your cold air intake go anywhere with that
Anywhere.
shit.
It can
Anywhere.
go anywhere.
Anywhere.
And you can get it in all sorts of different colors.
Then you go to exhaust.
You could go to college.
Then you go to an exhaust shop. This is literally when you buy a car, go to Home Depot, get a cold air intake before you even put it on. Go to the exhaust shop down the street, get them to cut off your cat. Cut the cat off, put a straight pipe on, put a fart can on, put the intake on, put a 15 in the back. You got a sick car.
115, 215. You see any wires or no?
115.
No box.
Yeah.
Just a
just
rattle,
yeah,
just a
yeah.
15.
I actually cut a
and
hole
zip
into
tie
the
it to
trunk.
like your strut bar.
No, you cut a hole
Clearly
into
need
the
that
trunk
too.
and you mount it
Oh,
to the
yeah.
trunk.
Kato's still driving his first car.
Sick.
What?
It's not true.
Technically,
I mean, he's 7 years old. He doesn't have his license.
That's
yet.
your first car that you bought for
the
yourself?
first car that I bought is the S2000.
Yeah, Brandon's balling. He bought all of his first cars.
So my first car was a '98 Mustang Cobra.
Of course it was. My first car was a 1995 Mark III Volkswagen Golf 2-liter GL base model. Had it for like 4 years. I put a VR6 in it. I had 210s, JL, W4s. So that's what you do.
Brian
You
lived in the
said
pinnacle of the rice.
Ice.
Yeah.
No, it's called ice.
Ice.
In-car
Ice.
entertainment.
It might have been called rice up north, but where I'm from, it's called rice.
But we were German cars. We didn't think we were rice. When I had red wheels, had like stickers on the back.
You know
There
those
was-
memes?
There were dots on the back of the car, which was the opt
You
dot
know-
pop pattern. Anyone who knows,
You know those memes?
Opt racing.
What you think you look like, what everyone else thinks you look like.
I'm really starting to hate this segment.
How about this last question? Because this one's good. What's the worst crashes each of you have ever had? What car and where? Provided you could tell the details without getting in trouble.
Shit car Doc, Ford 2069.
Honestly, I would say cross cart in the yard just because it was publicly embarrassing.
That's my shit.
I haven't been in any bad wrecks other than that. Knock on wood.
I lied. My worst crash was when Rob slammed into me.
Oh yeah.
It's a sick shot though.
Mine was, I used to run a car club and we did this event called Full Moon Full Throttle. It was like a cruise at night. Did you ever come on any of those? Yeah, did one. And we got to this point where like everyone started kind of driving like assholes. So I got up in front of everybody and I was like, don't drive like an asshole, like just keep it chill, blah, 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 blah. And then I crashed my friend's car that night into a telephone pole.
He doesn't care. Next.
I only care about what I need to care about. Everything else can fuck off.
Yeah. You give it your effort. Like you give it full.
It's
Full
kinda-
like smash.
Full hot rod.
Yeah.
Like you're not pussyfooting around.
Yeah, no, I'm always on the smash.
Yeah.
And you're also not afraid to crash it.
Professional unbuilder.
Yeah.
Brian is a.
I like taking things apart way more than I like putting it back.
You've got a
Why, though?
PhD in taking things
What?
apart.
Why though?
I don't know. I enjoy taking things apart. I also have like really optimistic goals, and then work and life gets in the way. I have way too many projects because I'll like start on the Nova, and then the next day be like, I think I'm going to work on the Audi Q Quattro today, and then I'll start on that, and then I'll start building a rail car.
Comment below if you just want to see Brian go have fun in his car.
And then comment the year you think it's gonna happen.
Dick. Sure. I've actually asked my buddy Mike Finnegan like 10 times that he should come here.
Go
He doesn't
flood
come.
their comments.
So go to Finnegan's Garage. Oh, that's another good YouTube channel. That
So go to any
any most recent video and just be like, do
Fuck
shit.
Rob Rosa.
Yeah, just do shit with the Hoonigans. Make that the #1 comment today, guys. Because I have a 3rd gen.
Yes.
I'm trying to get rid of.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys,
Hell yeah.
I'm not even joking. When I was younger in my bedroom, I had a picture of a red IROC Z. And then, one day, I got a free 3rd gen Camaro, and it was teal and a 6-cylinder, and it sucked.
E36.
E36.
I mean, shit car is the best car
What
ever.
was the question?
What would you recommend for a first car that is fun but cost friendly? Because
well, it sucks because 240s are like
they have
expensive
drift
now.
tax now.
SN95 Mustangs are cheap. Depends what your budget is. Like under $5,000, there's plenty of fun
And
cars.
it depends on what you're into. That's
Yeah.
such a vague question. And
Because you could get a 2.5 RS.
There's a lot of people asking. They want to hear the story of how Hoonigan started. I kind of have to do that with Ken Block. I feel like he needs to be here for that.
Yeah.
So we'll just
and
wait.
that takes 2 hours.
Yeah, and and a lot of you guys have also asked the background on all of us, and I think we're just going to start a whole series called Backstory. And my phone died, so that's it. That's a great show, guys. Hope you enjoyed.
Wow, guys.
This is normal for us.
Is this enough to make a video?
Yeah, it's great. Thanks, Chris.
You guys should just loop 25 minutes of Zach's burnout inside.
You're so funny.
And I'm out. Get back here, Hurt.